Flaws in the education system of Baluchistan. The education system in Baluchistan, a province in Pakistan, faces various challenges and shortcomings that hinder the progress of education in the region. Here are some of the faults in the education system of Baluchistan. Lack of infrastructure. Baluchistan is one of the most underdeveloped provinces in Pakistan, and its education infrastructure is inadequate. Many schools in Baluchistan lack basic facilities such as electricity, clean water, and proper classrooms. This makes it difficult for students to study and teachers to teach effectively. Shortage of qualified and trained teachers. The education system of Baluchistan suffers from a severe shortage of qualified and trained teachers, particularly in remote and rural areas. This leads to large class sizes and inadequate attention to individual students, ultimately resulting in lower quality education. Student-teachers ratio. According to a UNESCO report, Baluchistan has one of the highest student-teacher ratios in the country, with 1 teacher for every 46 students. This ratio is significantly higher than the national average, which is 1 teacher for every 29 students. Inadequate funding. The government of Baluchistan spends a meager amount on education compared to other provinces. The low funding results in a lack of resources, training, and support for teachers and students. Poor quality of education. Due to the weak infrastructure and shortage of teachers, the quality of education in Baluchistan is often poor. Lack of emphasis on critical thinking, analytical skills, and communication skills, as well as outdated teaching methods, contributes to the low quality of education. Outdated curriculum. The curriculum taught in Baluchistan schools is outdated and not based on practical skills. In most schools, the same curriculum is taught for decades, which does not align with the changing needs of the modern world. Poor quality of textbooks. The quality of textbooks used in Baluchistan schools is not up to the mark. The textbooks often contain errors, and the curriculum is outdated, which hampers the learning process. Gender disparity. The gender disparity in education is one of the major issues in Baluchistan. The literacy rate among women is much lower than men, and girls face various barriers to accessing education, such as social norms and security issues. Insufficient monitoring. The government fails to monitor the quality of education in Baluchistan, resulting in rampant corruption and mismanagement. As a result, many schools remain dysfunctional, and students do not receive quality education. Low literacy rate. According to UNESCO, Baluchistan has the lowest literacy rate in Pakistan, with a literacy rate of around 44%. This is much lower than the national literacy rate of Pakistan, which is around 60%. Language barrier. Baluchistan comprises several regions, each of which has its own language. Despite being a multicultural society, the lack of a uniform language policy in schools is a significant barrier in providing quality education to all Baluchistan's children. Political instability. Furthermore, the education system in Baluchistan is also affected by the political and security situation in the province. Due to the ongoing conflict in Baluchistan, many schools have been destroyed, and teachers and students have been targeted. This situation has made it difficult for children to attend schools and receive an education. These flaws have contributed to the education system's inability to provide quality education to students in Baluchistan, leaving a large portion of its population without access to education and reducing their potential to contribute to the country's development. Overall, the education system in Balochistan needs significant reforms to address these flaws and improve the quality of education in the province. The government needs to invest more in education, recruit and train qualified teachers, provide adequate resources and facilities, and ensure equal access to education for all, especially girls. In conclusion, the education system in Balochistan faces significant challenges, and addressing these issues will require a concerted effort from the government, civil society, and the international